Let's go sit out next BB. But guys, we have a hand. 2 kings in the small blind. Ladies and gents, how you doing, guys? Starting a little bit late today. That's my bad. But I'm back now, and let's get on the grind. Sat and playing a heads-up hand here against Japarok. I don't really see the point of raising the 8-7. So we go peel against small. Hit trips. Not gonna lead. What do we want to do here? Let's go for a little bit of an overbet. We get called. Looks like the trips are good. And we get called by queen at 10, which is the rivered pair of queens. Got 2 jacks, noosh with the call. That's a straight. Oh, and this is the guy who just donks like a madman. Thank you for donking. I'm gonna go ahead and raise this. And then he's the type of guy who will like have some calls here and then lead some turns too. Guys, that's a full house now. Unfortunately, it's the bottom full house. We lose to queen jack, we lose to king queen. I'm gonna go ahead and assume he doesn't have like pocket kings or pocket queens. Now we're just kind of flatting. Our hand is not terribly vulnerable. I say not terribly vulnerable. So here's the thing. Like, sometimes I have a full house and, you know, my hand's invulnerable. Or, you know, we got like pocket aces on an 8 high board or something and, you know, our hand's invulnerable. Here, though, if a queen peels or a king peels, I'm kind of in a rough spot. All in. Okay, I'm just going to keep on checking this one, and I'm going to pass this over to here, where I'm in a 3-bet pot, blind versus blind, where villain checks back, which is, I don't know, kind of unexpected. I'm going to bet for value. And this is kind of really, I mean, maybe you can have, like, you know, 9-8 suited for a flush. It's just a pot size bet remaining. It's a pot size bet remaining, I'm pretty sure I should just shove. Got him. And they didn't even think about that ace-king. Then we got this multi-way spot down here. So Finkel went for the raise. Noosh calls in the small blind. I overcall in the big blind. Seems like a spot I could squeeze, but Noosh doesn't really like... He doesn't really strike me as a foldy fellow. And it's like I have a bit of a questionable combo draw here. Like, I'm gonna peel, but this is, I don't know, this is really dicey. Because the thing is, like, if I hit my 9, I'm not terribly happy. And if I hit a flush, I mean, I'm reasonably happy. However, there's a lot of higher flushes out there. So I was kind of hoping Noosh would lead, but then it does put me in, like, a really awkward spot where I'm calling him, and then if Finkel comes over the top, I guess he's never bluffing if he comes over the top. Okay, and the 7 is, I mean, unlikely to improve anyone. Just gonna go like half pot here. Half pot for value, and then, I mean, I think it's just gotta call a shove from either player. Maybe if there's some weird scenario where, like, I do this and then, you know, one player shoves and the other player calls, maybe I can find fold. But, I mean, guys, I have a flush. The board isn't even paired. Should not be thinking about folding. We get called, we're good. So yeah, I mean, inside 4-4, there's any players where I just can't win against except Cherry. Hey, I can win plenty against Cherry. Just because I don't doesn't mean I can't. And okay, hold on, let's just zoom out, because we got a potentially interesting spot here. We got aces over here, that's always fun. So Noosh actually did leave. This started 3-handed, and we're just, like, we're playing blind versus blind now. So I go for the flop bet, and he raises me. King 10 seems like a pretty easy continue. I'm gonna 4-bet this guy against Jack. And I'm actually even gonna go one more. I feel like this is a greedy bet with my 8-5. Just start off with like half pot with the aces. So there's 55, like 56 remaining here, 75 in the pot. I don't want to just ship it though. Not when I have the ace of clubs here. Getting it overbet into. I think we just have a peel with king queen. A little bit less happy about it now though. So let's put like 15 here. Let's go for the call here. And we'll toss out the GG against Cherry. I think I'll fold this to a river rip if he makes it. And okay, I have made the effective nuts here. And I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to fold this. I think I'm going to call it if I have a spade though. Yeah, let's see if we get called. Oh, he did not want to fold. The spot against Cherry, like I check called flop. I figured I shouldn't be check raising like every single deuce and like every single five. This just kind of feels so awkward. I'm gonna go for one more check here. I have the pair of eights and I don't think I like block any bluffs, so if he bets into me on river, it's I think gonna be a call. He went bet flop check turn. Yeah, just shrug call. Ooh, does have the queen deuce. See, I told you I could beat Cherry. I don't know. I'm suspicious. Hello. Okay, I mean, I guess the best I could hope for is he just like rips it on flop, but I mean, this is second best. Him throwing in half pot easily gets the money in on turns. Slow play doesn't work out for getting jammed on the turn. Yeah, I think when I block a bunch of the jacks here, I'm just gonna put it all in myself. Look to get money from some bluff catchers. This guy 3-bets me as 18 bucks behind, so let's just stick it in with kings. Oh, okay, great spot. No spade, no 10. Sweet. So we've been collecting a lot of like medium all-ins. And yo, Easty coming in with the raid. Easty, are you bringing the run good right here? The pocket ace. Oh, yes, you are. Thank you so much. Please pass this raid on to Weasel when I'm done. All right, I can do that. It might be a while though. I'm here for a few more hours. All right, let's give you a shout out, guys. Welcome. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Komodo Dragon Jesus. This is just going to be like a stupidly big overbet, right? I mean, okay, maybe not that stupidly big. Let's just bet like 1.5 times pot. We unblock all his queens. It's an excellent spot. Yeah, so I'm Komodo Dragon Jesus. I play some cash games. We got some 100 snap, 200 reg table, and 200 reg table going. How does he have a flush? He has a 7+. I don't actually think I rip here. Like, people start folding trips and folding flushes if I just rip here for like 4 times the pot. I am, however, just gonna like, I don't know, 3/4 it. And I think that's gonna get a lot of calls. And I'm also gonna get check raised by his worst full houses. If he has a full house, I get stacked every single time, or I get his stack every single time. And yeah, just looking to bet there, get called by a queen, get called by like a 7-high flush. And we can take a peek, and it was in fact a queen, which I think that's a decent result. Gonna interrupt our programming here to 4-bet or 5-bet jam an ace-4. Stabile seems aggressive enough that I'm just kind of happy to do this. Once in a while we get called and bink an ace. Do we hold? Yes, we do. Love to see it. I'm just tossing in a bet here with the 2 kings. 5's a little bit connected on the turn. Not terribly concerning, though. 4 bets coming on turn. I feel like I need to be a little bit more creative with my overbet sizes. I very rarely stray from the 133. Get raised. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. I don't think I'm willing to fold this one just yet. Hate that river. He leaves himself with 36 cents, sure. So people aren't typically going to blast with the missed flush draws. So, his bluffs here are going to be like, I don't know, like 7-6, 5-7, stuff like that. I'll go for fold. I think the deuce is a little bit dangerous, but, I mean, I'm not terribly happy about it. And peek. He had the ace-6, for the good old flush draw. 3-bet pot here against a downer. He starts off with half pot. Against half pot, we raise this literally never. Unless I have some sort of, soul read, which I don't, because that's a very standard and expected sizing. This is just 100% click call, see a turn, we'll go from there. 5's pretty clean. So he goes for the check. I am going to go ahead and bet here always. Half pot seems fun, 1/3 seems fun. Let's just kind of go for the 1/3. Like either one just gets all the money in by the river. I mean, hell, even if I checked back, money goes in by the river. This is an interesting kind of stat that I found when looking through my database last week. Is that players in 3-bet pots at like 100 snap, 200 snap, and 200 reg tables tend to defend their checks at like, I mean, I'm not going to say really well, but like really aggressively. They don't like to do the check fold line. Let's see if he leads river. That wouldn't be ridiculous. And I'll snap call if he does. But yeah, players seem to defend their checks in 3-bet pots, so I'm kind of very happy about that turn bet and expecting some calls and some check raise jams and stuff like that. Okay, so he goes quarter. There's $40 left. Let's just stick it all in. So, I mean, kind of what I expect by his timing there is he actually did have an ace, and then he assumes I'm never bluffing with the raise size, which is fair. I don't think I should ever bluff there anyways. Alright, Red Sky. So I'm like 200 blinds effective with Red Sky. We'll just go to 14 here to start. I mean, not thrilled about this. I am, however, just gonna toss out a small bet. Yeah, sure. Got this spot blind versus blind. I'm actually just gonna start with a check call to half pot. Bank the queen on the turn, that's awesome. So follow it up with another check. I don't particularly want to see huge bets here, but I mean, it is what it is if I do. And he goes pot, which I mean, certainly big, but like he can go bigger. And so now he's repping a range of a lot of like 2-pair plus. And I don't really think there's anything to do but call the turn. I block some bluffs with this jack, but like that's not a huge deal. The 3 on the river, I don't know, is a little nasty. He can have like 3x heart heart. Probably not taking this line with like a bunch of other random 3s. I don't think my jack is that bad now. I mean, it's only bad if he's gonna follow through with missed flush draws, which I think for the most part he shouldn't do. So I think this is just kind of okay. I think having a queen is just kind of okay. And I'm like never thrilled about this because I am bluff catching, but the good news is like he didn't go double pot or anything, so his value range is also going to be, I don't know, a little bit snug. He's probably no longer betting 10-7s. I guess that's the only 2-pair that really gets counterfeit. We'll go call, but I mean, not love it. And kicker plays. Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, so I mean, still losing to a 6, losing to a flush, losing to a straight, losing to an ace with a better kicker, but value betting. Also, let's just slide over here where somebody is 4-bet and jamming on me when I have ace king suited, so go ahead and click call. That is a ridiculous 4-bet jam. Flush. Sweet. Guys, do not 4-bet jam your 8s. They're too weak of a hand. You're going to get called by better too often. You get this nice combination of just big pots plus ones where you are very likely to win. And like, it's kind of amazing how much money actually changes hands in poker. Because like, I mean, you could be like a 2NL grind or 200NL grinder and like run a filter like that and have it go up like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm gonna go half pot here, ace-5 flush draw. That is an absolutely nasty one. So I went half pot. He's not going to have things like underpairs. He's going to have a lot of connection to this board, which means I'm going to check. Got the 3rd nuts, guys. But I mean, hey, if he's got a straight flush draw, he's got it. And he goes small here. And I mean, I could check raise, but I really think this is just like an absolutely nasty spot for me. So like I'm just gonna go for the check call again. Kind of hate the board pair, still easily super snap it off. And I mean, hoping he just fires off, right? Nah, he goes for the check. And what are we looking at there? Yeah, there's a queen jack. Okay, sure. Let's go sit out next BB. But guys, we have a hand. 2 kings in the small blind. Why? But thank you. You know what I actually think that is? I think that's like the table is breaking. I just want to win one final pot. I have a hand that doesn't suck that much shove. And then he just went for it. We get the noosh 3-bet. I'm going to 4-bet him. If he made this like 60, then we can actually work in some flats. When he goes like this, like I don't even know what size to take against 30. Just make it like 75. It's fine. Okay, so I think standard here is like 1/4. I'm gonna go like a little bit non-standard. I am going to go 15.5. I'm gonna go for the 10%, which I still think is like a reasonable bet on this type of board. But like I really want Noosh to continue a lot because Noosh is the type of guy who likes to like check call and then lead turns, or just lead flops. He likes to be a little bit aggro, and I mean if he thinks I might be holding something like pocket kings here, pocket queens, then, you know, maybe he looks to attack. I don't know. It's a bit of an annoying spot. I'm going to check this back. I'm going to have like a check back range that includes a variety of things like kings, queens. So we're going to want to protect that at least a little bit. And I mean, there's no other play on the river other than to just ship it. I have the ace of diamonds here, which is unfortunate. It means villain can't have the nut flush. When I bet that small on flop, like maybe he can have other flushes. Maybe he just has like, you know, king, queen, diamonds, but I mean, that's being hopeful. Cool. Now I just want to connect with the board. Is he thinking about leading? Noosh does like to lead. Yeah, he does, and I mean, I'm just gonna take peel here. Like we're ahead of all his bluffs. We have a nice draw. The king pairs. He goes for the check. Yeah, I'm just gonna go check back. Oh, that's a pretty one. So I mean, flush comes in. I do block the nut flush. And he just goes just like a little bit of an overbet. I mean, I'm not going to fold to this. I think my hand is too good for that. I feel like I haven't seen him do this before, so I don't really know what to expect. I mean, my hand's way too good to fold, and I'm certainly not raising. So, there we go. Nice hand deuces. Overall, pot could have been bigger. Had he checked to me, I was going to put in a pretty hefty bet myself. Toss in the raise. We're a little deep with winning. Yeah, maybe a hair deeper with Bob too. I don't think we ever flat here. Sizing wise, he goes to 11. We're a little bit deeper. We go to 25, which is what, 125? Yeah, there we go. I'm not awful at math. Oh, that's a bit of a dangerous board. Now, good news is, you know, I have nut blockers. I have an overpair. I have a straight draw. So like I can bet this one. I guess I could check this one too. I don't know. There's options here. I don't think this is a board where we just like rip it. There's occasional boards like that, but I don't think this is one of them. Well, let's just go for the small one here. And like getting shoved on is kind of gross, but it's also just a call. So in terms of queens, I mean, he's gonna have a few of them. Ace queens, queen jacks, pocket queens probably just ship pre. And then he goes for the lead, and I mean, I have a bunch of queens too. Like I have ace queens, I have pocket queens. I don't think I'm gonna have king queens, queen jacks. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Weird spot. I think for this price with this hand, we're not going anywhere. But it is a situation where I'm not terribly happy. And I'm not entirely sure like where he's pulling his bluffs from. Like you pull your bluffs from like ace tens, or like king jacks or something. This is very tricky. Okay, he was bluffing the ace jack. Okay. I mean, I'm glad my mind works a little bit like that. And guys, as that's happening, we're about to get all in pre here against Farlopero. Button versus big blind, we got a flip. Pair the board one time. Good enough. So Endurance Challenge is going okay. If we pop back to this table, I've defended my blind against Mr. Sinful, who used a 3x open on the button. I feel like it's a little bit rare to see that. He starts off with 1/3, which is, I mean, fine on this board. I can go call, I can go raise, just as long as you don't click fold, everything's good. I'm going to go for the call. Now, when he goes small on flop and the turn pairs the king, that is absolutely not a reason to lead. So we're just kind of keeping up with this. And how often is he actually going to check back a king? I think we're going to go, we're even just going to go big here. Like maybe not double, but like 90. Just really apply a lot of pain to eights and a lot of pain to flushes. And we do in fact get the call. Big overbet gets paid. He sees the kings fall, the bad news. And there's the 8. Oh, he actually had 8-4 on the flop for the 2 pair. He makes it 11 BBs and we're calling. Oh, fun, okay. This is a board on which he should probably check to me a fair bit. And I'm going to bet fairly often here too. I think I'm going to toss in 1/3. If we happen to get check raised, I have a lot of equity. But yeah, nice board for a cutoff range here. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. Couple spots going on. Just getting cold 4-bet when I have pocket aces here. This is a call every single time. And flop top set. With this, I'm going to bet half pot on turn. I think that's a reasonable size to bet with straights, sets, even like some 2-pair stuff. Okay, sorry guys, not gonna be bouncing around because that one's just over. Winning tosses in a bet here, we're gonna call. King Jack suited. Yeah, King Jack suited could be a thing. It's probably not shipping though. And guys, we got him drawing nearly dead. That is a stack. I thought we were gonna get aces again. All right, get the crown. Thank you. Oh, that is a fun looking graph. Okay, guys, we ran well. A little bit above EV. Let's go maybe this view right here. And boom, there's the graph for the day. Fun fact, I was not down a single moment today. We were never below 0. That's rare. That means from the first hand I played, I didn't just like fold my blind and go to -1. The graph does not show negatives. Ran above EV. I mean, yeah, typically when you have a nice little heater, that's what you get. What did we play? 1,400 hands. Played a mix of 100 NL snap, 200 NL, and 500 NL. I'm pretty sure we ran hot at 500 for just over $3,000 profit today. Hell yes. Yeah, 2,300 at 500, just short of 2 buy-ins at 200, and actually a little over 3 buy-ins at 100. So doing work at all stakes. All stakes. Is my red line pitiful? I mean, here's the thing. When you have a heater like this, then your red line isn't necessarily going to be great because all your big hands are going to blue line. So you see there's no big jumps here because we actually got paid. Cool. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. I did promise Easty that I was going to raid Weasel, so we're going to go ahead and raid him. Looks like he's playing some Metal Gear Solid. Go show him some love. Today's Thursday. Yes, it's Halloween. Okay, guys, we're starting a new month tomorrow, and I'm going to be here tomorrow at my normal time of 1 o'clock Central. Hope to see you there. Have a good one.